Good morning, y'all. We got another beautiful day ahead of us here on the mountains of Harper's Ferry. Debbie has passed. The sun is shining. You can kind of see it. The sun's shining. I'm, just starting my morning. Wanted to tune in with y'all again. I got a buddy and his daughter coming over in a little while. I figured I'd hang out with y'all for a bit first and, just see where we're at, see where we're going. Just ask why and when and what. But yeah, man, I had a nice night. Oh, baby, I'm playing some FIFA right now. FIFA's probably a top game of mine. I was, born and raised a soccer player, got two older brothers. We all played since we could walk. Our papa coached us. Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of soccer. It's a beautiful game. I think of it, it's like a game of chess without the grid, It's like a water chess. Like a water chestnut. Nah, just kidding. It ain't like a chestnut. But it is like water chess. Oh! All right, I'm down 4-1. The second half just started. It's France v. France right now. Oh, baby. I don't know who here watching soccer these days, but the Euros just happened. You got the Euro tournament, and you got the Copa America tournament. The Euro tournament, think of it like the World Cup, but it's just European teams. And then you got the Copa America, which is all of the Americas. And I got a song called The Americas. You should go check it out. It's on Spotify. It's just called Americas. And it's about how, maybe unpopular belief with all this border talk and closing the border and building walls. It's about how a lot of our lines are imaginary, man, and how them people down south, them people up north, maybe they're more similar to us than we realize, man. Maybe they're just trying to, crack a brew with their buds on a Sunday afternoon just like us, man. Just kidding, I don't watch football, but I do watch soccer, which is the football, by the way, just to set the record straight. Oh, geez, I'm really getting smacked here. It ain't looking good for me. I made it to Division 1 in this game. If you play online, there's something called seasons, and oh, man, this guy's scoring every shot he takes. This is the worst game I've had in a while. I might start blushing. I'm a little embarrassed here by my performance. It's all right. We'll bounce back. There's only one thing left to do when you've hit the bottom, baby, and that's bounce back, so don't even worry about it. Ooh, I should have been in. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the Euros, man. I was kind of rooting for France. Big Mbappe fan. Thierry Henry. He ain't playing no more, but he's one of my favorite players all the time. He used to play for Arsenal. He's a commentator now. Anyway, yeah, man, France had a good go at it, but Spain got the dub, and they deserved it, man. They got a freaking 16-year-old playing on their team, shredding it up. If you ain't seen that, man, look him up. Dang, what's his name? I ain't too good with names, especially when they're foreign. But look him up, man. 16-year-old. I feel awfully disrespectful not remembering his name right now, I'll tell you. But I will support him from a distance. Be on side, baby. Oof. Yeah, man, he turned 17 the day before the championship, and he was scoring goals. He was tearing it up out there, man. 16-year-old Spanish soccer player. Check him out. Watch them highlights. Make your day. You'll say, oh shit, he's 16. Turn it up. I could do anything. What are you, 36 watching this? Sitting on the couch? Man, you could do anything still. Never give up. I always wonder what people's dreams are, man. I feel like sometimes people got their dream buried so much that they ain't even want to tell you what it is because they don't believe that they're gonna wake up and it's gonna be true. Man, fuck that noise, man. Keep dreaming, baby. Keep dreaming. Don't stop. You know, I think when you believe, man, a lot of shit happens. I think there's levels to this life we're living. You know, I feel that there's something even more powerful than faith, and that to me is belief. You know, faith. For me, faith leaves some room, and you know, maybe I got this mixed up. I've heard people talk about faith in some pretty helpful ways, I'll say. But I feel like sometimes faith leaves room for doubt for me, you know? It's like you're taking a leap of faith, not knowing if the edge is there. But I think when you really believe that the edge is there, man, for me, I'm a lot more willing to jump, tell you that. And I don't know, I'm pretty, maybe I'm gullible, but I'm pretty down with the whole we're good vibe, you know? We're good by the hand of God is what I mean. Pretty down with that. And, you know, so I believe that if I take a leap, it ain't even a leap of faith, it's a leap of belief. Why would I leap if I didn't even know where I was leaping, man, you know? And maybe I don't know where I'm leaping, but I do believe that it's gonna land me in the right spot because I trust my intuition. You know, intuition's cool, man. It's free, unlike college tuition. That inner knowing. Oh, and side note, I just got this, I was born in July. Got this cool mug on the old Facebook Marketplace. Yep. Astrology's a interesting thing. I know a lot of people think it's hoogie boogie boogie, which, you know, maybe it is, but maybe it isn't. Maybe it didn't. Isn't is a word, right? it ain't. Oh, it isn't a word. Oh, tell me it isn't a word. So you can't. That's how I know it is. What were we talking about? Belief. Yeah, man. Y'all ever heard of the gnostics? It's an early, you know, kind of group in the beginnings of Christianity. There were the Gnostics, and I don't know everything about them. What I do know seemed pretty cool, though. Pretty into it. The Gnostics, you know, break it down into gnosis. Gnosis is a knowing, an inner knowing, and that's kind of synonymous with intuition. You know, intuition, you know something within you is true. And so you go with that. It's kind of like a gut feeling. But that gnosis, man, they believe you can know God within. And I think that's some cool stuff, man. I think that's it right there. I think all this separation from God business, oh, that worries me, man. And you know, you got to keep your ego in check. Don't go thinking you're God and you're better than everyone. Because everyone else is God, ding dong. Maybe be nice to God. Be nice to your neighbor. What if you treated your neighbor like God, man? Here to serve. Serve your neighbor a warm apple pie. Put it on their window. Just because you want to. You want to serve God. Anyway. anyway, man, I don't know how we got into talking all this religious stuff, but something's going on there, I'll tell you. I think them gnostics had something figured out. And you know, there's all those lost teachings of Jesus that came to light in, 1945 something. Them archaeologists dug up freaking clay pots, man. Clay pots talking about, you know, divinity is within and all that. I think that's pretty funny to me. Like, oh, we don't need to pay the church $19.99 a month to get into heaven. They were hiding this information that God is within, the kingdom of heaven's within. Oh, Lord. The church is like, nah, we're going to need to keep that buried deep in the ground because we got to keep that, them lines pumping, you know, that we got to keep the gears churning on our you know, little God business. And that's pretty funny too. That sounds like an oxymoron to me, God business. But you know, what isn't God business? So maybe it ain't an oxymoron. But actually, I do believe in divine paradoxes. So maybe it's just right that it's called God business. And it's just me calling it God business, but you know, oh, man, I just had a mighty beautiful shot. Goalie saved it, but dang, that was pretty. Soccer's a beautiful game, man. Beautiful. So much can happen. Anything could happen, man. Every game feels fresh. You know, it's real hard to get it in the goal. People are like, oh, geez, only 2-0. That sounds pretty boring, man. But these guys are freaking throwing their body on the line for 90 minutes just trying to get that ball in the goal, man. Even when it's 0-0, man, they're all bloody and dirty. Their legs are cramping. Oh, geez. Man, they just scored the first goal, 1-0. I'm playing Bayern Munich, German team. 23rd minute, I got time. But yeah, man, I think God's pretty cool, man. I definitely believer. Definitely believer, man. I really like the word omnism. Omnism, I like that it's, I wonder who created that word. Probably God. But omnism is a respect for all religion, man. That's where I'm at. Respect for all religion, man. I think they're all, I don't know if y'all heard of there's that famous parable of the blind men and the elephant. Just describe it real quick if you ain't familiar, but you know, all these blind men, oh Lord, I'm really getting smacked. I might get relegated to Division 2 this season. It ain't looking good. Maybe I'll turn it all around though. Maybe I will. But yeah, man, the blind men and the elephant, it's all these blind men, and they're asked to describe what they're feeling, and they're all standing at a different part of the elephant. So, you know, if you're standing at the trunk of the elephant versus standing under it, touching its belly, you're going to be describing a totally different thing, man. Oh, one back in the game, 2-1, let's go. But yeah, you're going to be describing a totally different thing, so it's going to seem like you're talking about something else, a different thing, but, you know, when you open your eyes, these guys couldn't because they were blind. But if you were, you know, someone who could see, you would realize that you're all talking about the same thing. It's one elephant, you know. He's got, different parts on this elephant that are pretty different, you know, pretty distinct. But it's one elephant. To me, that's religion for you. They're all taking different slices out of the same pie. I believe in one truth, and I think that's mathematically true. My dad is into the study of the quantum realm, quantum mechanics, you know, things working on the smallest level. And we've talked about that. He's a believer and there's one truth. And I think that's true. I think there's a lot of different ways to articulate that truth. Many different ways, man, but don't get caught up on that articulation, man. That's why that word omnism I think is pretty cool, because, in Eastern traditions, hit the upper 90 crossbar on that one, mate. Fuck me. So close. Tying it up. But yeah, man, they're, in the Eastern traditions, they talk about Om being kind of look at it, maybe I'm wrong, that's how I see it, I think. It's like the first, it's the sound of creation, man. It's almost like the sound of the Big Bang. Om, when the world was created, man. It's like that. But yeah, I think the point there is it's kind of thought of as a fundamental sound. And I think the simplification of that is real nice. Real nice to me. Maybe I'm just a simpleton. I definitely am, I'll tell you that, actually. Definitely a simpleton out here, but yeah, man, omnism. I think we can learn a little bit from all the religions, man. Why are you not liking that guy because he's got a different story than you, man? Everybody's got a different story, man. Let's learn from each other's stories to live a better life. Everybody just trying to live a better life. Ain't that the point of religion? To, give us some tools to cope with the insanity it is to be alive. I've been alive 26 years, and every day I'm like, what is going on? What is this, man? Seriously, what is this? And I don't think enough people are asking that, man, what's going on? Because they got us all filled up with, magazines and bubble gum and, alcohol and, reality TV. How about just try reality, man? It's crazy enough, man. I don't need any more stimulation. Stimulation for the simulation. Whoa. Yeah, man. I realized I started saying that a lot in this podcast. I'm going to try to tone that down a bit. I apologize for my repetitive nature, man. Oh, geez, I'm doing it again. Maybe I'll just have to accept it. And you will have to accept it. Because you ain't controlling me no more. I'm with the Lord. I like surrendering to oh, baby. I like surrendering to the Lord, man. I feel held. I feel good. I ain't got to pay nothing. Still supporting me, man. Still supporting. So it's morning. It's about, 10 a.m. something. And I'm wearing my blue blocker glasses, you may have noticed. I kind of having a hard time taking them off. They're making everything better. I feel like anytime I'm looking at a screen, I might as well be wearing them, even when it's not at night. Because screens strain your eyes, man, and they're pretty fun to look at. Pretty engaging. So I like to do it, but it definitely strains my eyes. But with them wearing these, I feel like, I'm free from the strain. That's nice. What else is going on? Oh, one goal back. I could tie this one up. It's 3-2. Man, there was something else I was thinking about. I wanted to talk to you about. touched on God, touched on my blue blockers. Oh, my hat, man. Wanted to talk about my hat. I like this hat a lot. This hat was gifted to me. I don't really wear hats much. Not really a hat guy. I guess I'm becoming a hat guy though, because I have been wearing hats more. But usually they're gifted to me. I only bought one hat. Oh! I bought one hat for myself as a rice farmer hat. Because, I'm out in them fields, and that's like a personal umbrella. Highly recommend if you're out in the fields getting a rice farmer hat. They done figured it out with that one. I feel like I'm in 68 degree AC when I'm wearing that hat, man. Shit is nice. The Asians, they're crafty. And it's simple, man. It's a cone. Real simple. Real nice. Real light. It ain't the most waterproof, but waterproof enough. It's basically made of straw. Or like thin wood straw. I don't know, man. But this hat's good. Make America Native again. I like this hat. I noticed it's a good bridge for all people. Nobody dislikes this hat. At least, maybe they just don't tell me they dislike it. Usually people dislike it until they read it. They think it's a, MAGA hat. But, it ain't. And people, it's funny, people either don't like it because they don't read it, or they like it because they don't read it. Basically, what am I trying to say, man? It's all backwards with this hat, which is why I wear it backwards. Yeah, everybody likes it because, if you're a MAGA supporter, you probably ain't reading it, so you like it. And if you ain't a MAGA supporter, you read it and you like it because you realize it's not what you thought it was. And I think that's cool, man. I think we need to find a way to figure out what we all like and do that. Oh, boy. I'm realizing I'm sounding a little bit like Dr. Phil, and I ain't really trying to do that. It just kind of dawned on me, man, because I don't know, I've been talking like this for as long as I could talk or walk or shit or fart, man. I've been talking like this. So I ain't trying to do nothing or nobody but what I am. But yeah, man, back to the hat. I find it pretty entertaining to wear. I'll get weird looks and then people will be like, oh, I see. Or they'll just say, hey, man, I like your hat. And I'll be like, yeah, I bet you do, feller. And then we're friends instead of, man, fuck that guy. That never happens to me. And that's what I'm going for, man. I think we could all be friends if we just kind of relax. Maybe listen to each other sometimes. Not always, man. I ain't got time to listen to everybody. Y'all talking a lot about nothing all the time. I ain't got much time for that, but, I'll listen to you if you got something on your heart. That's the thing, man. I want to listen to your heart. I don't want to listen to your freaking crazy brain, man. Your headline ridden brain. Because there ain't much depth to a headline. Maybe there can be, but there often isn't. And I don't really care for none of that. But yeah, man, we all want the rivers to be clean. We all want soil that ain't poisoned. We're poisoning the soil. And I'm wondering what is going on with that. These farmers, I think it's funny too, they're called conventional farmers. Conventional farmers are using loads and loads of chemicals from somewhere else, often byproducts of other dirty things we're making because it's, a good way to spin a profit up. But we're just becoming more and more reliant on these chemicals the more we use them, man. It's like caffeine. I know I ain't perfect. I'm drinking coffee right now. I never said I was perfect. I'm working on it. But man, the more you drink stuff like caffeine, the more you rely on that in the morning to get yourself going. And that's just like the plants, man. The plants are out there and they're like, yo, what the heck, man? Where's my fertilizer? Where you gonna protect me from these bugs? And they're just looking at their nails, sitting there like an angsty teen waiting for their supplements. But did I lose that game? Did that game end? Man, I'm so distracted. Oh, yep, I guess I lost that one. They automatically send you to the next game when you finish a game unless you say to quit. So I'm first in the same team. I got all mixed up. But yeah, I don't know how we think all this soil poisoning is going to help. I know the GMOs, help increase production for some time, and, the fertilizer or whatever, they're increasing production. But there's this word called sustainability, man. It means, can we do that again next year? How about next year? And how about next year? Oh, you're having a kid? They're going to be alive in, 50 years. What's the soil going to be then? It's just going to be a soup of chemicals, not even any more dirt anymore? That ain't right. So we all want clean soil, man. But we want things cheap. And that's where we go wrong, because organic farming, it takes a lot of work, man. It takes a lot of labor. And what we get as a result of all that labor isn't valuable in a capitalist society. In the real world, it's the most valuable thing that there quite possibly is, which is food to eat to survive. Except we only want to pay $3 for some broccoli because we ain't got time, or we ain't got money. We ain't got money. We got all the time in the world to get this right. But we don't have money, and that's eating all our time because we ain't getting paid right. Because we're, man, it's all going kind of wild, and I ain't got all the answers. Hell nah. Why you think everyone's still fighting over everything? It's kind of confusing what the answer is. But less reliance on nasty chemicals that we know ain't gonna lead to long-term soil health. That seems like a pretty no-brainer to me, man. Also, I don't understand how there is even such thing as unemployment. We got shit to do, man. We got plants to grow. We got things to make. But no one wants to do the things we need to do anymore because, we just want to watch TikTok and, I don't know, go to the mall. Sure, yeah, those things are all right. They're not better than being alive. So maybe let's start there. But I guess we're just so accustomed to everyone doing stuff for us. The agriculture used to be like 90% of the economy, man. Now it's 2%. No one's farming because we got these big farms, these big conventional farms. The average size farm in America is like something like 500 acres. And they're monocropping. They're only growing one thing. That's another thing that ain't good for soil. You know, they rotate their corn and their soy, but sure makes them a hell of a lot more reliant on the chemicals. But we all want clean soil, clean water. So why don't we talk about that more and get that right? We're fighting over silly things. I think we're wasting a lot of energy on these silly things. They call it culture war. Or the left and the right, man, they're fighting over who's still white and who's still black and who can go in what bathroom. We're really talking about who can go in what bathroom. I'm trying to eat tomorrow and later today. Hopefully next week. And I'm trying to breathe. And I'm less and less I'm wanting to breathe. Because I say they, but we all really. Some people more than others. Putting all this gunk in the air, making it stinky, man. I barely want to breathe sometimes. So I like being on the mountain. I feel like I can take a deep breath. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we wonder why we're getting sick. What do you have for breakfast? Pancakes? You had a cake for breakfast? Didn't seem like the healthiest choice. Had a cake with baby cow milk and sugar and caffeine. It's a very stimulating yet heavy breakfast all at once. So I think we got to be careful with all that. Man, I can't seem to score. Careful with all that, man. I know there's going to be, I'm going to have a lot of haters probably. I ain't too worried about that. I think it's, I'm just trying to judge myself. So I know people, we like to judge each other. It's pretty easy to do. It's really easy to see how someone else is fucking up. So you're probably looking at me and you're like, man, this guy's really fucking up. But I'm trying. I'm trying. Dang, this has been 33 minutes. I didn't even realize how long I was talking. I told you last time, first podcast was 10. The next one was 20. Now I'm at 30. I should probably sign out because I've talked a lot of shit and I don't really know where I'm going from here. But yeah, man, go to a farmer's market and get some food from there. That's going to be the most nutritious, the most sustainably grown. Get some water from a spring, man. That's God's water right there. Ain't Pepsi-Cola's water or whoever the fuck. Drink God's water, man. And if you don't believe in God, just fuck the corporations, man. Just get some spring water straight from the spring. Don't pay for that. Take it. It's yours. God-given. Or, again, if you don't believe in God, just given. That water is given. Take it. We're provided for here on this earth. And, I hope you feel some gratitude for that. Oh, all right, y'all. Have a lovely day. It's Saturday over here, so I'm, enjoying my Saturday. And be kind. Be all right. Just don't worry about it. All right, bye.